Dressing Cuties, it's DIY time, and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Galaxy Diamond pop-up card. So let's get started. To make this diamond pop-up card, you're going to need 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper. So this is just regular white copy paper, and after you get your 2 pieces of paper, what you want to do is make it a square. So the easiest way to make a rectangle a square is to just take one corner and fold it over. There, so now I have a square, perfect square, and from there you're going to want to fold all the way on all the intersections. So now that I have this one, I'm just going to go ahead and go this way and fold it. There we're ready to create our diamond. So this is the little bit tricky part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my paper over because I need an angle. Let's see here. I think this one's a little bit easier. You want to find the crease that's kind of facing towards this way because you need to bend this paper right here. So just play around with it. I'm just going to try to bend this part right here so I can pinch it. So you notice I'm pinching it, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So that's why I flipped the paper, because the crease is already facing this way, so it's easier to fold. So I have the 2, and I'm just going to bring it down. So just like this and down. So I'm going to find my corner right here. Just fix it a little bit if you need to. And same thing on this side. So this is the only tricky part on this folding. You need extra hands, just have someone help you hold down the paper. Okay, so then now I'm just going to go ahead and push this down. There, so now I've created an even smaller square. So basically it was the bigger one that we had, and we're just bringing this in and folding it down. From there, now that you fold it into a smaller square, you want to take it and fold it in half. Now I have this shape right here that's folded in half. And I've made 2 of them. Like I said, you want to start with 2 of them. The second one is basically going to be the one that's on the inside of your diamond. So if you wanted your diamond to have some color on the inside, you would just use colored paper rather than white. Now that you have the 2 pieces of paper folded, the next thing you want to do is find a paper clip. So whatever size paper clip you find, what you want to do is kind of take a look at your piece of paper that you folded, take a look at your paper clip, and just kind of pretend your sparkle is going to be about this size of the paper clip. So that would kind of determine how big you want to make your diamond. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to cut right across, because this is going to be the top of my diamond. Make sure the opening is at the top. So then from there, you just want to take your scissor and just kind of snip a little bit away from the top, because it's kind of too high, and I want it straight anyway. So I'm just going to come right here and snip away a straight line all the way across. So just like that, it's already looking like a diamond, right? So then open it back up and see how you like it. If you want to angle it more, if it's too big, it's all up to you. You can go ahead and adjust it. So my paper clip's about this much. I think I'm going to make it smaller. So I'm going to open it back up, and I'm pretty happy with this now. So remember, this is the opening. So when you open it, it's basically the pop-up card is going to be like this. So with this other piece, this is going to be the inside of your diamond. So this is the outside piece. And this piece is basically going to be something that you're going to write on and you're going to glue to the inside. So I'm going to give it a little border. So what you want to do is fold it back up exactly how it was. So this is the same thing, just trace what you have here. So you're cutting exactly the same. Okay, so now these 2 pieces are exactly the same. So because I want to be able to put this inside there, I'm going to make it smaller so that I can have a nice little border. So basically, I'm just going to trim off however thick you want your border to be. So I'll just give it a tiny border. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim off exactly the same on both top and side. So now this should be a smaller diamond. So I'm going to open this up and basically just find where it's exactly the same angle. And so there, perfect. So hopefully you can see the edge right here on this diamond, and then you just save this for later, and we're going to come back to this later. So we're going to work on the outside diamond, so the bigger piece. So once again, it's going to be opening like this. So this is your front right here. So now we're just going to go ahead and color this and make it a diamond. To make it a diamond, I'm going to use a straight edge and a black color pencil. And the reason I'm using a color pencil is because I don't want, if I use a marker, it's going to bleed through, and then when you open it, you're going to be able to see it. So it doesn't look very good. So that's why I'm using a color pencil. But if you don't care, you can go ahead and use a marker. And I'm just going to draw a straight line across. Then from there, I'm going to basically go and draw all the way across, around this diamond to give it a black edge. Okay, so I have it basically outlined here. So I'm going to fold it back into a diamond. So once you have your straight, your black edge in, you want to go ahead and make it a diamond now. So the first angle line that you're going to make is going to be from here, from this center point, and we're going to draw an angle line down. So you can use this as a guide, kind of almost the same angle right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to find myself a point about right here. Just go ahead and do that just very lightly. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, so about the same amount of space, so say about right here. So you have that line. So once you like what you have there, just go ahead and make it darker. So then from there, you're going to use this point and you're going to come down to this point right here to create another angle line. So if you want to draw diamonds, make sure to check out my video on how to draw a diamond. It's exactly the same diamond that I drew. So if you need some step-by-step help, just check out that video. Okay, so I have that line in. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So just be careful. The color pencil kind of gets a little bit smeary. There, so I have my diamond in, and then from there we're going to have two more lines. I'm going to come up right here with another line. So it's basically another angle from here to there, to that point. So these points are easy to determine because you have the points there to follow. The only one that was kind of hard is these two. But once you get those in, it becomes pretty simple. So we got this in here from, and ta-da! We got our beautiful diamond in, right? So now that you have the diamond outlined, we're going to go ahead and color it. And so basically I'm just going to follow the very simple coloring that I did on my diamond video, which is just blue. Start with this one. It's going to be the darkest blue, so I'm going to go in there really heavy. So I'm pushing down really hard right here because this is going to be my darkest panel. So we have our darkest blue in. Now we're going to come to this panel and we're going to color this one a little bit lighter than this. So it's the same thing. You're just going to come in here, but you're not going to push as hard. Okay, so then now let's come to this panel, and it's going to be even lighter than this panel here. So just back up even more on the color pencil. There, now you have another shade of blue. Pretty cool, right? It's all coming together. So now this panel right here is going to be about the same as this, but slightly lighter. We'll make it work with just one color pencil. Now the two lightest ones are going to be these two panels, so I'm just going to really lightly just skim over it. There, so I have the diamond in basically. You can come in now with a darker blue, and if you want to just add more pizzazz definition to this diamond, just come to the edges and just darken it a little bit. To create the sparkle that's going to go right here to hold this diamond card together, you just need a piece of paper. So I'm just using the scrap that I cut off from the rectangle, and basically get your paper clip, and you're just going to want to take it like that and just take a look at it and see about how big it is. Your sparkle is basically just going to go around it. So you just want to make sure your sparkle will be able to hide this paper clip. So I'm just kind of laying down my sparkle. So, and just kind of drawing a sparkle around it. So I kind of know about how big I want this sparkle. Then to make it a little bit easier, because it's both sides are the same, I'm going to come right here and fold my paper. So I kind of tentatively have the size. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this right in the middle. And I'm going to get my paper clip. So just make sure it's correct, and I'm just going to draw my sparkle here. So I just want to make sure it's going to just make sure that it's going to hide my paper clip right there. So that's your goal right there. So just come ahead and go ahead, and you want to cut this. And I'm going to go ahead and outline this. And take this, and you want to get your paper clip. So this is the part, it doesn't really matter which side, well, this side that's facing down right here. You kind of want to just pull it apart a tiny bit so that you can put a piece of tape right here. So just tiny bit, just pull it up, and you want to get a piece of tape and tape this part down. That is basically it. So when you turn it around, it's a paper clip right here and your sparkle. So then now you can just go ahead and put this paper clip to close up your diamond. Now that we're done with the outside of the diamond, we're going to work on the inside. So I'm going to get this piece right here, and I'm going to rotate it around so that the diamond is facing me. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip it. So just make sure the diamond's facing downwards, and then just get your piece of paper and come back in here and rotate it however you need to make sure that it's all the angles are matching and it's nice and even all the way around. So I think that's about right. So I'm just going to tentatively fold it back in together. So there. So when we glue it back in, it's going to look like that. So that's why the diamond's at the bottom, so that when you open it, the card will read this way. So now that I know that, I'm going to just very lightly write the word up right here. Just so I know this is my top right here. And so when I put it back together, this is where I'm going to start to write my words. And so I just want to decorate it with an edge right here on all sides, since I'm just using white. And I'm going to go ahead and take this piece of paper again, and I'm just going to go all the way around with a, let's see here, my blue color pencil once again. So now I have it all nicely colored in. My biggest concern was just to make sure my blue went all the way to the edge. This part right here on the inside doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up by the paper. And so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write first on this with a Sharpie, whatever message that you have or however you want to decorate this, and then glue it onto this. And the reason I'm doing that first is because I don't want my Sharpie going through and messing up the outside. So now I know this is my up. I'm just going to make sure that it is. And I'm going to come in here and erase my word up, and I'm just going to go ahead and start decorating this. There, I don't want to spend too much time on it because I could go crazy with this, but hopefully this inspires you and gives you an idea of what you could do on the inside. Now that I've done decorating the inside, I'm going to go ahead and finally glue this to my original outside diamond. Apply glue all over to the back. So I'm just using a glue stick, makes it a lot easier, and I just want to make sure I get all the edges. So once again, I'm going to make sure my diamond is facing towards me. And I'm going to lay this down. So I want to make sure all my angles are touching. So make sure all the angles are touching so that when you put this back together, it will fold back. If you need some extra hands, just ask for ask for some extra hands if you need it. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I can fold this back, and once I have that in, all my angles are in, then I'm going to push it down. Ooh. And now I can hopefully fold it back in. There, yay, I did it! Thank goodness. Then get your little sparkle and close it up just like that. So you can move the sparkle wherever you want. And when you give it to someone, you just give them this diamond and then they remove the sparkle and they pop this open and there's a beautiful card for them. Before I go, I wanted to show you, I think what you guys have been waiting to see is the galaxy diamond that I did. I went ahead and did this beforehand because it takes a little while, and so I left this panel empty so that you guys could see how to do this coloring right here. And once again, I'm just getting my color pencils. So with this one here, I basically have a blue and aqua and kind of like a pinkish purple. What you want to do is have fun with this. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So I'm going to start with, say, this blue. This is my basic blue. And I'm just going to come to the edge right here. And I'm going to push down really hard. And then I'm just going to fade it out. So notice right here, I'm just going to push really hard so it's nice and dark, and then I'm going to fade it out. So wherever you want, say maybe a splash of this blue, just add it to it. So right here, I'm just going to make it nice and dark and then start to fade it out. So in order to fade it out, you're just going to release your hand and not push down that hard. Okay, so then let's say I wanted some aqua. I'm going to come in here maybe on this corner, push down really hard, and then once again, I'm going to fade it out. So you can't go wrong with this. Don't worry, just have fun with this because you can always go over it with another color. So let's say I want some aqua here and just fade it out. And having some whites here and there is really nice too because it just adds to the galaxy look. So don't worry about it. You don't have to fill it completely in. And the way I did these sparkles is I used the a whiteout pen right here. But if you don't have it and you need to have whites, just make sure there's some certain spots that you leave white when you're coloring it. So I'm going to go ahead and use some pink right here. And the nice thing about pink over the blue is that it creates purple when you go over each color. So like right here, I created this beautiful purple. So that's pretty cool, right? So I'm just gonna fade this out. And add some darker blue right here. I could do this for hours. It's very relaxing. And I could get carried away, so I better stop. So I'm just gonna come and fade this out a little bit more so it's a little bit smoother. Okay, so there, I hope you get the idea. And then if you want to add the white sparkles, just get a whiteout pen, or if you have maybe white acrylic paint, whatever you have that can go over this with a white mark. And here and there, I'll just dab some white. Make it look like stars, and you can add like a little sparkle. Just kind of make it like a cross, like that, if you want. And that is it for our galaxy diamond. It's so pretty, isn't it? And the difference between this one and our original diamond is that I used marker for this one, so you can see how much darker it is. But the problem with that is that when you open it, you're gonna see the lines right here. But if you don't care, marker is totally fine. And so then with this one, sparkle, I made it black so it just stands out more. And when you close it, oh, where's my, oh, there it is. When you close it, you just put your sparkle right there. So that's pretty much it for this diamond pop-up card. Hopefully this inspires you to make one for someone that you love. Thanks so much for watching, and if you loved it, please give me a thumbs up and share it. And remember to subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos.